made the decision. Once before making that decision, what are your plans for the next weekend? Do you have any plans? Do you usually plan a weekend ahead, or you just let it happen? How was the last weekend? Did you have a nice weekend? And do you think the activities you do during the weekend influence in your Monday morning or work during the week? And have you thought about the employees? For example, you see someone that's not in a good mood on Monday morning. Do you think that the cause might have been something happened on the weekend? But the production of an employee can be influenced by the activities on your weekend, the quality of weekends. So today we're going to read the suggestions from an article from the Business Insider. This article you're going to find some suggestions, and we're going to reflect on these suggestions and see the influence of activities during the weekend on our lives. Sunday night, some people had a feeling that's called Sunday night blues. Do you know what's that? Have you ever felt so anxiety about the Monday morning? So I'm gonna share with you the link of the reading passage from the Business Insider. We're going to use your drive to do some writing. Okay, I've shared this. Have you got it? Good. So while you'll be reading the passage, I'd like you to make your free comments about your findings. And also you can say if you do or don't do that, if you accept, if you think it's a good idea or not. Yes, that's a fantastic suggestion. I agree. We all agree, right? So one thing is sometimes the difficulty is people have no clue about the problem. So even if the problem exists, so I think it's important to have a clue. So once you have the clue, you can identify the problem. Once the problem has been identified, we can search for what is the cause of the problem, what caused the problem. So you need to have the clue to know the problem exists, to see the problem, draw the problem, write about the problem, identify the problem and possible cause. After that, we're going to provide the first suggestions. When you provide the suggestions, you will be using what we have viewed, the modal verbs. You can use the modals for suggestion, like maybe you could. What about talking with friends? So you can use maybe you could and provide your suggestion. What about talking using gerunds and your suggestion? You can say, why don't you and provide here your suggestion. Why don't you, with infinitive, you can say one idea is to, and provide your suggestions. So your suggestions, and here we're going to use this grammar structure. You're going to write, you can write the sentences and provide full information. Why do you suggest this? If you have your information is based on research or it's a guess, so you have to explain why you are providing these suggestions. Once you have your first draft, you're going to collect the best, discuss, and get the best suggestions for activities on the weekend, what to do on the weekends. And we're going to write. This first writing, we're going to be a peer review using the Google Docs. We're going to share a unique document with all the writings, and you're going to produce a presentation, and the presentation giving your suggestions, and the final writing. Of course, you need to have the targeted audience. These suggestions are for employees of your company. These suggestions are for what kind of public will read this. But very important is to know how did you react when you read this article. What was your reaction? And reflect on how people that is your target audience will react after your readings. For assessment in your presentations, we are going to use the form for the quality of the presentation with the content and the deliverance. And you're going to grade with the systems that we use to point and see who get the most points. And if you have any questions, I'll be really glad to answer you. Okay, we're checking here using the Google Drive. So this first draft is okay, and if you want to make any change and suggest to your peer, yes, all right, this is the final writing. And okay, if you want to change anything from any other writing, you could read all, and yes, make any change you want to, or any suggestions to change that you have selected. After that, you're going to make the final writing and the presentation. Fantastic, I love that, and of course this was great and fantastic, and I'd like to thank you all for sharing these ideas, and I'm sure people will be enriched with your suggestions.